So welcome back again. This lesson is actually a non-programming lesson. I'm just going to try to illustrate what our data structure looks like. In this emulator, in this Android emulator, I have loaded our application somewhere towards the end of the development where we can actually see our content, such as we have a sample list, and our sample list has two items, a milk and a bread, and one of them is purchased and one of them is not purchased. So I want to try and explain how does our data structure work for that. So for each list, such as this one, we have one variable that's called name. The name is sample list. The list also has an owner. So the owner is got a name, an email, and a UID. I misspelled that, a UID. That's a unique identification that gets produced by Firebase towards the end. And then it has some items. For each item, based on the name of it, we have an item milk, which has a name, a status, whether it is purchased or not, and a time, which is when was the last time that it was modified, such as this. And then for the other one. So essentially items are an array, and then our owner is obviously similar to a dictionary, and a list on its entirety is again another element of an array. So if we had more than one list, this would essentially become something like this. It would become sample list, and then sample list would be a dictionary such as this. And then if I had, let me move that one indentation forward, and then if we had another one, then we would have another copy of this, and then this other one would be called, I don't know, maybe list 2, and it will have all its own different values. Now I'm not going to make it that complex yet. I'm just going to have only one list for now. So what we want to do is we want to make some classes that is going to help us build a data structure similar to this. And to do that, I'm going to write it down in here. We need these different classes. We need an item class. So that's essentially the one that holds on to information such as this one. We also need a user class. That's the class that's going to hold on to information such as this one. We also need a, let's call it grocery list class. That's the one that holds on to an information such as this one, the entire thing. And we also need another class that holds on to everything. Let's call that one our app data. So these are the different classes that we need in order to be able to hold on to all of our data and data structure. So with that in mind, let's move on to building these different classes in our next lesson.